Hello, my name's Bob Willis and welcome to Defect of the Month. This month I'm focusing on low temperature soldering and brittle wire. Now, it's been very difficult to get low temperature wire, this is tin bismuth or tin bismuth silver, in a cord solder wire. I've only found two suppliers that could provide the materials. Now, I've used those materials in some of my trials for hand soldering, desoldering, rework, and also robotic soldering. But one of the strange things that I've found is that after the date of manufacture, so I've received materials, I've used them, but after a period of time, 2 to 3 months, maybe 4 months, I've noticed the wire seems to become more brittle. And the reason this was highlighted is we were doing some trials with robotic soldering and somebody dropped the reel of solder and literally the wire broke. So quite a few areas of the wire shattered and broke. So it was very difficult to then use the wire in robotic soldering. And if I just use sense, I am not measuring it in any way, but just the sense of handling the wire from the point that I received it to a few months later when I did some more trials, I felt the same thing, but it was dropping it on the floor, which actually highlighted the problem. Now, there is some research going on this particular subject at the moment, just to give an understanding of what's going on. Now, we know the material is brittle. It's mechanically quite strong, but it's brittle, so if you drop it, if you drop a product that's been built with low temperature materials, it may be subject to fracture or cracking of the joints or interfaces, etc. So it's a material which is being used quite widely in the industry right now, but it's just something to bear in mind. Also in terms of specifically robotic soldering, as you may know, some of the systems use a tool to indent the wire to index it. And I was, or thought, that because of the brittleness of the material, this may be a particular problem with robotic soldering. I didn't actually find that to be the case in any of the trials that I've done so far. But if you actually look at the wire when it's been fed without actually using it to solder, you can actually see where the wire starts to crack as it's being indented, as it's indexing through the system. However, I have no evidence to suggest that it actually has an impact on the use of the wire or robotic soldering, but it's just something to be aware of. Now, whether more and more aging will have more and more a detrimental effect on the wire, I don't know at this moment in time. And probably if you're an older engineer like me, you do remember picking up a traditional reel of lead-free wire or tin lead wire, and it was 3 or 4 years old but still worked beautifully. Well, perhaps some materials don't have the same longevity. My name's Bob Willis and thank you for watching Defect of the Month.